game. I wouldn't say it was his fault that Kongnu Monster lost as a whole in game number 1, so they're happy to give that pick to him once again. Ooh, okay. Quick pick on the LeBlanc here for Edge. They're looking to counter Faker in the mid lane.
It's an exciting pick as well because Edge is one of our legacy LeBlanc players. Think of Kuzan, Edge, Kuro, and Faker himself, of course, as famous LeBlanc players. Very strong pick into the lanes. Why Kuro is so strong because it plays a great Taliyah and a great LeBlanc. See if Edge is going to be able to isolate away the Taliyah and attack it in lane. And SKT with Zac available, maybe skipping over it and going for the Sejuani. They seem to be more about building confidence for Blank on other champions than just sticking with the trusty Zac that they know Blank can play.
She wants SKT to get into 4th place. Big fan of Faker there as well. Was surprised that they let also the Varus go through. They just let Bang just pick up that huge 80 carry pick. They want to put Soul onto the Ezreal once again here.
Now, Olaf is seen as a pseudo counter to the Varus in terms of team composition. Doesn't take away the very reliable, very strong laning phase from the Varus. But you run at Varus, you try to trivialize him in a fight, and if Olaf can just remove the threat that is Varus in a team fight, he's doing his job. So that's probably one of the reasons they're considering it. They do pair it with an Ezreal, though, so they are trying to once again play through a very early power spike. Ezreal probably going to be Trinity Force Rush 2 games in a row, you'd imagine, as that was what Soul did in the previous game. They were unable to wield that one with power, and kind of believe it when we see it phase when it comes to Kongnu Monster being able to play around a 2-item power spike. But so far, the draft does make sense from Kongnu, and it's going to be fun to see the LeBlanc try to isolate things against the Taliyah.
Certainly will be. We'll see if Blank can help out in the mid lane, certainly on the Sejuani. That will be one of his jobs here. They're going to take away the Braum from Effort. And
the capable ones for Roach is gone, and well, Roach is trying the Fiora once again. Good luck with that one. He's going for the Fiora. It is a matchup where you have the slight advantage, but Roach is very much, through his career, built his role as a full-on tank. He is the tank player. He is not the off-tank player. He is largely just on Ornn duty. And now he's going to be taking the Fiora. Kongnu Monster don't necessarily have a comp that can play around topside particularly well either. So we'll see if Kongnu Monster can make this one work, as Fiora and the LCK, not the greatest pairing of all time.
Certainly is not. We'll see if he can actually go head-to-head with Tal, and I think a lot of focus is also going to be on the mid lane up against Faker. Certainly if they can blow his flash with the LeBlanc and the Olaf making their way towards the mid lane, could have a bit of fun there.
But this comp has no identity from Kongnu Monster outside of win lane, win game. Fiora is good into Camille, yes. LeBlanc, very good into Taliyah, yes. But together, control ward, we mentioned Blank's job. He's going to be topside. He's going to try and stop there being a turret dive on Tal.
Ray's doing a good job of being at the right place at the right time along with Blank, kind of mirroring each other so far. Ray's hits level 6 in the lane. Thinking about an engagement, a flash forward over the seismic shove, and First Blood will go over very early to the side of Ray's once again over Faker.
And Faker just didn't respect.
Blank getting a little bit frisky with some of the wards, trying to clear that one. Oh, we got a engage here from SKT.
Who's ganking who?
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. We're gonna have the ults thrown in. There's the wall onto Edge, but getting low once again is Faker, and down he does go. But the LeBlanc will go down too, so a 1-for-1. That battle on a knife's edge, only the mid laners going down.
Roach had the teleport advantage, used it. They're gonna have to get an Infernal to make this worth it. The Fiora teleport is always questionable, especially in the early game with no Ravenous Hydra. If there was no Fiora involved, this would be advantage Kongnu turning onto the Infernal. With the Fiora teleport down, maybe Tal can do some playmaking and punish the TP usage by Roach.
Well, that is going to go over the Infernal to Kongnu Monster. Blank didn't even have his smite available to try to steal that. But let's take another look at how this fight happened.
Yeah, we saw the start of it and we thought it would be over from there. But then the pincer comes through from Bang and Effort, and going upwards is not an option. The Weaver's wall to cut them off, but everyone opts into it, knowing this is coming. Soul can just pop over the wall when he needs to. Faker right into the middle of the fight. was inevitably going to die.
All warded up. They see him coming in, and actually, they want to engage onto him with that vision. They're going deep again. Effort is getting low, but so much blown. Here's the Olaf versus Varus you were talking about going well. They zone out Bang, and now Effort's going to be low. Down he does go. Bang returning to the fight.
TP.
Not enough damage. The TP coming in. They only get Secret on the back of it here. The chain's going to land onto Tall, keeping him out of the fight. The flash in from Faker. He wants to get the kill on Olaf, but in the end, will only get the flash. And there it is. Roach now pushing the top side. A 1-for-1 at the end of it all.
It ends up being a 1-for-1, just like we saw previously, but the SKT will want a secondary objective, just like we saw Kongdu Monster able to pick up. Very nice disengaged chain from Edge, spared the blushes of his team because Camille was set up. Get a double kill on the back of that. A lot of damage onto the turret by the Fiora, but not a turret destruction. This game close on the SKT fans would prefer. Secret saw Tom Kenshin decide they were going in, as Soul was able to react very quickly. And this is a preview of what Raze is wanting to do against the Varus. It's why Olaf into Varus is seen as a good matchup. You look at an ulted Olaf, and as Varus you say, well, my ult and my E do nothing. Has to flash away. No damage out of Bang in this fight, and the flash away from the Q. The aggressive side of the lane. And his TP play is something that he's needed to level up in the offseason.
Raze going in once again. Blank is very tanky, but you got a LeBlanc on you right now. Trying to help out here is Faker, but there's Edge. Gonna pick up the kill. Tom Kent's coming in, and oh, the play. The Chains of Corruption is gonna catch him on the backside of that. Able to trade the kill onto Edge is SKT. And Kongdu Monster will eventually be able to disengage.
Just a 1-for-1, and I think 1-for-1 does help both teams situationally. They're turning on to Bang. There's no summoners.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything. No way to get out. They hand the kill over to Soul. Questionable about how he got into that position, but Kongdu Monster are going to be happy about that kill.
I don't understand why he'd be going the aggressive way back to lane when Tom Kench wasn't with him. It seems like a communication problem from the side of SKT, not knowing or respecting where Kongdu Monster was at. Trying to rush down a turret. They're investing in teleport. They really want this.
Kongdu Monster just non-stop aggression going on in here. The TP comes in from Edge, and they wanted more onto Tall, who's forced to flash away. Trying to hold the turret 2v3, and then the TP coming in. SKT trying to hold on. It's not working.
Everywhere Edge goes, he's been able to impress with his chain accuracy. So little LeBlanc this season, but the little bits we've seen, including Kuro's great performance, have reminded us of the power of the pick. Kongdu Monster have a big gold lead, and win lane, win game was their only win condition. We're going to watch the replay. Blank walks up to Olaf. It's the reality of being a Sejuani, and with the LeBlanc being in a great position of power, it ends up being a trade kill as Edge goes down, but the kill's picked up by Effort. Awkward.
He's getting pretty low here. We got 5 members of SKT seeing an opportunity, looking to turn it around. Here's Secret from behind. They're immediately going for Faker, but nice Effort there. Gonna eat him up, but Effort is gonna go down in the end. Roach now getting low. Nice riposte, but not enough health to survive. Only a 1-for-1. SKT, though they do take out the mid lane turret, gonna feel good about that play.
The flanking Fiora is far from the deadliest. Dies pretty much for free. Could have just stayed onto the Rift Herald and picked that one up, you'd imagine. Kongdu Monster going to try and turn this into an Infernal. Camille's teleport is up, but doesn't have the Hextech ultimatum. A second Infernal to play around the Fiora and the LeBlanc is pretty happy times for the side of Kongdu Monster. SKT wanted to weather the storm. Instead, they've kind of opted into an item. Will be a Banshee Veil to answer what Talia has.
So just trading here so far, Kongdu Monster still feeling like they're in control, looking for Effort. Another Chains is gonna land onto him. He might be just blown up here. Here comes Faker with the wall, but eventually Effort does flash out of there and gets out line. A failed flash from Raze means he should be in, but finally, Effort gonna come in, and a TP from Tall too. This is gonna give that Drake advantage over to Kongdu Monster, trying to burn it down here, flank. Wanna be the spoiler. The wall's gonna come in, trying to zone him out, but actually zones himself and Bang out, and now Tall getting low in the backline. It's a 5-on-3, and Kongdu Monster are gonna win it extremely heavily on the back here. 2 kills to Kongdu Monster, and that should be the Infernal Drake as well.
You think Faker, with all his Polybridge experience, would get the wall right, but he doesn't. He cuts off his team with that particular wall. It's a pretty heavy cost, and they're running straight to Baron.
That one cuts deep, the deepest. And I mean, that's 2 members out of the fight, and Kongdu Monster like, okay, we'll take the 5v3. Super easy for us. should mean the Baron here, as still Blank and Effort are down for a good 10 seconds more. No real way for SKT to come in and steal this one. They'd just be feeding kills.
Secret.
Yeah, looks like Faker wants to make up for it, and this might just be a mistake. He's got his Banshee Veil, but no way to get out of this one as well. Getting super low, the chain's gonna land. You can feel the frustration out of Faker trying to go 1v5, but he feeds another kill, and Kongnu Monster now looking to make this series extremely interesting.
Oh, so frustrating to see, as you can know what Faker was thinking, but the moment he pulled the trigger, you're much more committal on the Weaver's Wall, and it has that big impact on your teammates. We remember Jinair playing Sion and Talia, and the Talia wall actually interrupting the Sion ultimate. We watched the replay as Roach rushes onto Faker, forces everyone to move out of position. That's the first variable. Suddenly, the jungler and the support are out of position. We fast forward a little bit. The big problem here is that Kongnu Monster in 4-man formation, Edge chases on to Bang, Faker goes to back him up, but then Kongnu Monster make the right call. They're like, wait, it's 5v3. They rush on to closest target. So while Faker had the idea of peeling for his AD carry, he wasn't really in the position to swing in, and the hope is not swinging internal yet for the side of SKT.
Oh boy, we got a fight off screen. Roach is going 1v2 down to the bottom right. There it is, the double kill, as Roach finally shows up for his team on the Fiora. And you mentioned it might take a little bit of extra time, but with those 2 kills, they might just look to end.
Is Kongnu Monster gonna get a pre-30-minute win on SKT?
Looks like it. Effort gonna go down to Blank. No hope in the world as he's trying to run away. Bang, he wants to carry again. And Blank actually almost does survive there. Gets taken out at the end.
They don't have minions. Here comes the minions.
There they go. They still got 33 seconds of Baron here. They're gonna be pushing in. Again, the question, can they end the game? Roach trying to push Bang away. It's 1v4. Bang wants to carry again. The chain's gonna miss.
Still 10 seconds for Faker, then they've done
That's
it.
Gonna do it. The Nexus is gonna go down. And guys, we're going to game 3. SKT, they're not in the playoffs yet.
Kongnu Monster, win lane, win game. No problem, apparently. They blow away SKT. The Talia play.